I think last season was definitely one of highs and lows, and we'd probably start out with the lows. I think the schedule was quite daunting in the beginning, and I didn't think we handled it great. I thought we put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves early.
As the year went on, we just got better and better, and that's how I believe it will be the same this year. Every time we get on the floor, I believe that we would continue to thrive.
I thought we went on a great run. The highs were obviously the win streak. 19 games was pretty amazing while you were in it, but disappointments in the sense of we just couldn't keep it going.
I feel like when you have those kind of runs during the season that a low is coming. I think that it came at an inopportune time for us.
Towards the end of the season, I think we just kind of got tired, and we just started looking ahead and kind of looking how many more games we had and just kind of trying to figure out where we would fall. And so I think that's really where we got in a slump, and we just were looking forward to things that we shouldn't have been instead of staying in the moment.
And we get to the tournament and maybe have a little bit of a disappointing loss against Stanford, but when I looked back at it, I thought we hit a hot team.
We had played Stanford earlier in the season, and I thought that we were familiar enough with them that we could take advantage of things that we didn't in the first game, and we had grown enough that we wouldn't make the mistakes that we made in the first game, and we didn't do either one of those, and those details are very important when you're in the NCAA tournament because it's win or go home.
It was a growing season, I can tell you that, just game by game. The losses that we took, we grew from them, and we basically took our game to the next level.
Last season had its highs and lows, but I think the biggest thing that we got from last year was just growing up. It was a step of maturity, and I think we're going to take that into this year.
I think translating momentum is kind of a tricky thing because you don't want to live in the past. And in particular, our team and our program is at a point where we're trying to win a championship. So you take what you can get from last year as far as the things that were positive, you build on those experiences, but it's over. And our group understands that first of all, we didn't accomplish what we set out to accomplish, and most of that we can attribute to maybe just getting ahead of ourselves and maybe not handling certain situations as good as we needed to.
We can't dwell on the past because it's a new season, but we can look at those milestones and just try to accomplish more and do better.
Last season was last season, and so we have to focus on this year. Everybody knows what happened last year, but it's not anything that people are thinking about this year, and so we just have to come in, new plate, and just keep playing hard.
We did a lot of good things, but also there were a lot of things that we needed to work on as a team, and I believe that if we continue to work hard and continue to do what we have to do in practice and remain consistent, we should do better than we did last year.
I definitely think that our approach this summer and this fall has been better. I think we have leadership that has really stepped forward throughout this time. And for the most part, I think that we're preparing better, and that's a direct reflection of what we learned last year.
I think keeping the team in the moment this year is just kind of goes back to our motto, which is family, and it's kind of basically no outside voices, no social media, no looking ahead, just kind of staying focused on each other, staying focused on the day in practice or the game that we have coming up. And I think that if we preach that enough, it'll happen.